I now have the pleasure to introduce our alumni speaker, Orina Chang. Orina was born in Taiwan and currently resides in New York City, where she works as an alternative investments director at Morgan Stanley. Orina is a two-time graduate of Columbia University. In 2001, she graduated from GS with a major in East Asian Studies, and in 2004, she graduated from Columbia Business School. Orina has worked as a real estate investor and advisor in New York, California, and Taiwan, as well as a hedge fund analyst and manager at Oppenheimer Funds. Prior to that, she was a private equity analyst at AMT, a Carlyle-seeded public investment firm. I have had the privilege and joy to get to know Orina personally over the last year and can speak firsthand about her passion for helping people understand simple yet effective ways to manage finances, no matter their circumstances, as well as her dedication to supporting educational access by establishing the Orina Chang Scholarship Fund at GS, one of our new scholarships from this past year. As a dedicated mother of two children and a volunteer at several charitable organizations, Orina has balanced a commitment to family with her dedication to a widely successful career, navigating these complexities and excelling in both. She has been incredibly generous with us at GS, as she has been a key speaker in our alumni in conversation and has been available to mentor and help our students whenever needed. I am so proud to introduce to you Orina Chang, GS class of 2004, our alumna keynote speaker.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Dean Rosen-Metsch, for the very nice introduction. I am not nearly as good as you put it. And thank you for your speech. It was very moving. It moved me to tears. I hope I can still speak right now. So I'm putting myself together. So hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Orina Chang. I'm class of 2001 from GS and class of 2004 from Columbia Business School. I'm extremely honored to be here as tonight's alumni speaker. When I received the message from Dean Rosen-Metsch to be tonight's speaker, I was screaming, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," for a really, really long time. So my kids thought that I had solved the math puzzle that I've been trying to do. And I told them that it was much bigger than that. So I want to thank Dean Rosen-Metsch for giving me this honor to be speaking here today about my path to GS. Every alumni and every student from GS has an incredible story about their path to GS. And tonight I will share my story. I was born in Taiwan and moved to California to attend high school when I was 14 because I really disliked the educational system there, where we learn mainly through memorization and regurgitation. After high school, I studied information and computer science at University of California, Irvine, wanting to become a software engineer. But during the last year of college, I dropped out of school to work full-time as a private equity analyst because I needed the money to support myself and also because I lost my interest in school. When I first started working as a private equity analyst, I was fascinated by the world of private equity, the prestige that came with it, and the large amount of money we were moving around, numbers that had previously not existed in my life. My goal was to become one of the most powerful and successful women in private equity. A few years into the job, I thought hard about if I really want to devote my life to this goal, where I spent 50% of my time traveling, staying in hotel rooms, never saw my friends, and unable to develop and maintain meaningful relationships with other human beings. So when we sold the private equity firm, I cashed out of my stock options and decided to go back to school and finish my college work. I was fortunate to have been accepted to GS. I spent 2 years at GS studying East Asian languages and cultures, something that has always interested me, but was told by my parents not to pursue because there would be no career in that major. So upon graduation from GS, I took a year off to travel around the world and continue to think about what I wanted to do in life. I decided to attend Columbia Business School, switch my career to work at fund of hedge funds, where I continued to make investments, which was what I always enjoyed doing professionally, but with more of a life and work balance than the previous private equity job. Today, I'm a mother of 2 children, 11 and 13 years old. 2 years after my oldest son was born, I decided to become a stay-at-home mom and ran family investments on the side. Because my job at the fund of funds did not give me the schedule flexibility to attend to my children's needs the way I wanted to. And as my kids got older, I have been thinking about how I could be a role model to them by returning to work. This time, I wanted a career where I can continue to make investments and have the schedule flexibility, so I can be both a mom and have my career at the same time. To accomplish both objectives, I switched my career one more time to becoming a financial advisor. So this is my story, not as fascinating as many of yours in the audience, I'm sure. But the important thing that I want to point out from my story is the constant changes of heart in my life. I was born in one country and grew up in another in pursuit of an educational system that better fits my personality. I started college trying to develop the skills and knowledge to become a software engineer. I ended up graduating from GS, studying East Asian languages and cultures as a pure intellectual pursuit. Professionally, I switched from private equity to fund of funds to wealth management. And my important life goal changed from becoming one of the most successful women in private equity to living the most meaningful life by becoming a good mother, having good friends, and making contributions to what I believe in. So all these changes in my past tells me that life is not a linear path, and it should not be. We should be allowed to change our minds and pursue different paths as our circumstances change and our priorities and values change. GS embodies this very central belief I have. GS is the only educational institution in its class where the non-traditional students have access to a world-class college education. Either you're looking for a career change, a life change, or enriching your intellectual experiences. GS gave me the opportunity to study a subject that has always interested me with world-class experts and students of top caliber. In this intellectually rich environment, I got to challenge and refine my existing ideas, values, and thought process. I came out of GS with an unparalleled educational experience, an Ivy League degree, and much more concrete idea about what I wanted to pursue in life going forward. I will always be grateful of this opportunity. I especially appreciate that GS is such a closely knitted community where all alums and students feel a sense of belonging and where they can look for support from each other. This is because of our shared experience in having changed our directions in life. I want to share a side story. A couple months ago, a GS student who is also a veteran reached out to speak to me about a career in finance. She initially wanted to work in the medical field, so her studies at GS and her internships all had to do with the medicines. The last year at GS, she had a change of heart and wanted to have a career in finance instead. We put our heads together and were able to get her an internship in a biotech private equity fund. This is the spirit at GS. We're not afraid of changes in life directions, and we pursue our goals at our own timetable, however non-conventional it may seem to the outside world. I'm so beyond excited about setting up this scholarship fund at GS to help support others who have the same spirit. I hope life continues to treat me well financially, so I can continue to fund this scholarship for years and years to come beyond my committed capital amount. So in closing, while we pride ourselves that GS is the school for non-traditional students, I hope that one day the world will no longer think that attending college right after high school is the traditional normal path that our kids should follow. I hope that the tradition and the norm will be that all of us can explore and experience life the way we see fit based on our own timetables and according to our own circumstances, including the pursuit of a college education. Thank you for listening.